will the British go on the offense, and how effective will that be? I actually think the AVRE might be more effective against this guy who blobs. Or Katusha. Katusha works too. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot, and today I'm casting a 3v3 on Port of Hamburg. This is a map that is going to be featuring Danver, King, and Totenez versus Blue, 3As, and Kim. We got OKW, 2 Austere versus one of every allied player. If you want me to replays me to my Discord or my Gmail, I'll probably be casting more replays maybe this week. We'll see, because I have a lot I need to catch up on. So, you know, and that we kind of get some while the tournament's going on. I might have a day in the future, maybe this month or next month, where I just do a ton of replays in a single day and lose my mind. But we'll see how that goes. Right now, we have 3 players duking out against each other, with Danver going Royal Engineer Regiment and Totenez going with Airborne. Already we're seeing Pathfinders on the field. It's already a very good unit that can pick off units from afar. Also with a beacon, so very cool. We have a Kubel grabbing some territory right over here, with a small push backed up by 3 Eyes. Looks like he's going with a support build with MG and the mortar. Engineer squad is being pushed back by the Pioneer. And again, he has to worry about range on this occasion, as the Pioneer squad is typically pretty damn good at that, in terms of killing units at pretty damn close. Luckily, Pathfinders there are able to cut them off and stop that from moving on up. Pathfinders do get a pick. MG does take mid, though. It looks like the Germans will grab the left-hand side without much of a fight, honestly. Now, on the right, we do have an MG, a mortar team, and a few other things. Conscript got pushed back. We have an MG moving in from the British. They also have a Royal Engineer Regiment coming on in, so hopefully, you know, that's strong enough to help hold that right-hand side from playing close-range troops. Which, again, I'm seeing double MG and a mortar, so Panzer Grenadiers is probably likely. Blue has gone German Mechanized Doctrine, not bad. The half-track can be used, again, rapidly deploy troops, or the command tank to keep things alive, artillery, and also spawn skill pretty damn good. Again, might be a little bit harder to do with an AVRE possibly coming onto the field, or the Royal Engineers being a little bit better and can throw AT grenades, but we'll see how things fly. Small push coming in from behind. Danver trying to flank. Conscripts also trying to get in there, but the MG was very proactive in this and managed it all back to the Conscripts. Again, doing a solid job with the Pioneers coming on in to keep them down. But another Conscript squad comes on in with the infantry section. Great double team by the Allies, and most likely Blue will be forced back, or free MG. And everyone likes their free MGs. So, can we get a pick is the question. MG is very low on health. Infantry section trying to get a pick. Come on, pick. And the terrain will prevent it from being picked. But very, very close to being picked. Infantry section opening fire. We have Royal Engineers moving on in. MG kind of, I guess, moving into the building, maybe? Again, not really much defense in mid, though, so the Kubel will take the munition point. Pathfinders maybe trying to go and intercept, but they're already trying to hit that mortar, and they're doing actually a really good job. We have Assault Grenadiers on the field. Again, Mechanized Assault is the doctrine of choice in that way, and not bad, but again, Assault Grenadiers are good close range. Pathfinders good long range. As long as Pathfinders keep picking from afar, they're in a good state. Now, on the far left, we do have a small push of German forces able to cross the bridge with really no obstacles in their way, so they're going to grab a good chunk of territory. Kubel backing up, which is hilarious to think that managed to just back up through a bunch of allied territory and be relatively fine. But yeah, he's just going to be healed by the Storm Pioneer squad. MG opening fire on the infantry section. We have flamethrower going on and hitting the MG. Assault Grenadiers trying to figure out what to do. We have a mine going down, teller mine, but again, the Allies see it, so I'm not entirely sure what's the goal right there. Conscripts, again, popping shots with Pathfinders, still holding the line. Again, they're still doing well. There's another pick of the Assault Grenadiers. Again, they've weakened the infantry down pretty effectively. Meanwhile, on the far right, we have the MG moving on in to grab said territory. Oh, no, he's waiting for backup before he moves up. That's smart. Panzer Grenadiers, again, being made, so that's why I thought he would go based on that pick. And on the far left, the Axis pretty much have all this territory. So a very good steal. Because, again, we have 52 munitions and 35 fuel. That's a lot of resources currently being sent to the Axis lines. With really not much coming from the Allies. Pathfinder's still just chilling in the back. We have a small push from conscripts. But generally speaking, I feel like they'll be relatively fine. Oh, hi, cat. She's, like, circling my chair like Jaws. I'm like, okay. Let's talk about this, cat. Anyway, MG moves in to counteract the conscript coming on the flank. Luckily, is able to stop him in his tracks. Panzergrenadiers as well moving on in. Stopping it. MG stopping any push here. Grenadiers, another MG coming on in. The biggest obstacle I see is mid. Mid is right now wide open for both sides. But a big push going on left. Pathfinders moving on in. Again, we'll see how well they fare. They have an ambulance behind them, so they have a lot of firepower. As well as the reinforcement points. So they should be able to win this if they focus. Right now, Sturmpiders moving on in. That's the biggest threat. So if that breaks through the Allied lines, then they could be in a real, in for some real trouble. Captain, again, no upgrades for him just yet, which is a little bit weird. You figured he would try to do that. But whatever the case may be, Mine successfully kills the Pathfinder. Pathfinder's very low across the board, but they're doing work. Incendiary, very smart, throws it right on all three of them. Forces them back even further. One retreating, rear echelon moving on in. I feel like someone didn't get the memo. Being like, hey, that place is on fire. Captain, again, lying on the wings. But Volk Squad's got to give a handout to them. They are holding pretty firmly. Ambulance staying back, doesn't want to be hit. And the Allies do successfully win the battle against the Volks. But the Kubel's still there, picking off some units. Will they win against Captain? No. But will he at least do considerable damage to Totenez? Absolutely. Right now, again, we have all these Allied forces pretty much contained onto this one point. And sure, it did cut off a lot of the Allied or the Axis resources here, right? Because it's no longer... Or is it connected? Oh, it is connected. Never mind. I'm sorry. I always forget about that bridge. But anyway, in any case, in any capacity, even if that's the case, right? They have a half-track here now and more Volk Squad. So the Germans still have plenty of resources to throw at this captain if it went this way. So he went the safer route and went left. Alright, in mid, we have ourselves a conscript squad just chilling out. Just trying to grab that territory, stop the VP bleed, which is right now 70 points against the Allies. 50 cal machine gun has been dropped, not a bad idea. 222 on the field. Shrek team, which is a bit of a weird choice. You figure he wouldn't choose that unless the Allies went light armor. We have a bunch of British defenses over here. Maybe that's the reason, but not entirely sure. Whatever the case may be, there are mortars coming on in, so that could counteract a lot of the fortifications and hold them back. Again, assault officer on the field as well, so solid infantry choice. A T-gun, very nicely placed. I love this positioning. Maybe the barrel's not great, but AT gun firing across, able to hit any 222 that pops head out. Sure, great. And then conscript throws an AT grenade. AT gun can quickly move and maybe kill it. It's going to be close. Pioneer squad just showing the mid, looking at that like, nope. Mortar gets a great hit on the 222, and AT gun misses, but I swear it looked like it hit him. But still, German forces going to quickly capture this territory after defeating the captain. Meanwhile, Allied forces just pushing in for the fuel. It's like, alright, cool, take that position. I'll take the fuel back. Axis, though, are trying to push in for the Allied fuel, but not making too much headway. One of the situations where it's like, yeah, you're pushing in so hard on this angle, but, like, you have this one pretty much locked down and mid. Wouldn't it be smarter to go there? Maybe it's just me, but, like, if you're already winning in certain key areas, make sure you lock it down. Nice stun grenade. Pathfinder's Pathfinder's able to be like, that stun was quite effective. Let me just keep shooting you since you can't move from your own weaponry. Volk squad throwing incendiary. He gets out immediately and they'll pull back. AT gun is on the front though, half track. Which might be okay depending on the cover. Again, he needs a clear line of sight. But again, if that heavy cover is there, he could theoretically hit the cover rather than hit the target. Half track is still there on the German side, and the Allied force is going to walk right in and unfortunately meet its maker. In mid, we have a small push going on by the assault grenades. Throwing grenades on the retreating units. Doesn't hit the mortar, but does hit the Zis gun. Dushka opens fire, drives them away. And British really fortifying, which is hilarious because I believe at one time this, and it's been so long, that I'm not 100%, but I'm like 80% sure this doctrine had that automatic heal for fortifications, which was pretty funny. But now it no longer does. But it's still double mortar pit and a Beaufort. That's a lot of artillery the Axis currently have to fight, which is why I am like, I'm under the assumption they'll just fight in a different area. Like, fight in mid where the mortar pits are less prevalent and you don't have to deal with it. But that's just me. MG opening fire on the conscripts. Again, German forces still doing a very good job of holding a lot of key territory. AT gun moving on in to hold back the half track. AA half track looks like managed to clear this area, which is good because the Allies kind of need that because right now they're not doing so well. Soviet industries on the field, so armor can at least get some quick heals thanks to repair stations if they can get that operational. Again, that's the big thing. Can they get it operational? Dushka is also on the field, so a great MG. Let's see. So we have a heavy armored unit. We have anti-armor. We don't have a direct strike option except for fire, which doesn't really kill. Does do damage, but doesn't kill an artillery piece. Again, another push back against the Allied lines. Allies not doing well, just hitting the Axis wall and just bouncing right off it, unfortunately. Allied forces are pushing on in. Maybe they can seal this or lock it down so you don't have to worry about it and then focus elsewhere. British forces are in mid, which is quite hilarious to think that there's so many defenses over here that it's like, we don't need very many men. We're doing fine. That being said, Werfer comes on and hits the MG, doing a very good blow, in my personal opinion. MG now under fire. Again, one of those situations where it's like, oh boy. Alright, well, we'll just reposition it, and he's doing fine. Again, I have to give credit where credit is due on the perspective that even under double mortar pit fire, you gotta admit that he's surviving. He's at least doing decently well, right? So, what do? Well, right now, we got ourselves Assault Grenadiers in mid. So, like the Germans are still putting pressure there. A counterattack looks like is about to happen across the fence. Fighting positions being set up. If he sets it up in time, that might work. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have one of my favorite doctrines. We have Overwatch, and that means Goliath. This little bad boy is going to cross the fence. Now, will it probably blow this up in time? Yes. Will it be amazing to watch? Absolutely. So I'm going to sit back and watch as we see a Goliath charge. I don't think the Echelon can do enough damage to it. Oh, he's going to try. Oh, no. Goodbye. Ah. Magnificent. Just absolutely. Anyway, Kubel just taking the territory just after watching that beautiful explosion. We do have a Panzer IV diving the Allied lines as well, hitting the mortar half-track AT gun as well, hitting the train car. Just one of those situations. No more AT coming on in, but Panzer IV just walking on out. Like, okay, that's cool. Well, I killed your half-track, so goodbye. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Panzer IV gets on out. Pathfinder's pushing on in. MG's out of position. We'll need to pull back. And yeah, luckily 3 eyes will be forced back. And at the very least, it seems like Totenez is not in a situation to counteract the Axis push over here. I do like how Kim is so aggressive in this section, keeping the Allies contained. And it looks like Allies might be having some issue down south. Mortar pits seem to be still firing and doing quite a bit of damage, but thanks to the constant Werfers firing so many rockets into the air, it seems like all the support equipment that's set up is just being torn down quite effectively. Mortar pit is also out of range to stop these caches. So we have one cache going down, we have 2 caches. So I do like how Blue is helping his team. That's really nice to see. We do have 1 cache, by the way, on the Allied side by King. So at least he's also helping. But again, Allies need to change their tactics. Because, well, yes, they're right now holding double VP. Overall, they're still 120 points down right now. So they'll need to do something a little bit different. Now, in the meantime, on the left, we have Pathfinders and the Major coming on in. So at least Totenez is getting closer, and he does have a lot of manpower. A little too much. I think maybe something else, like a howitzer, could be effective. Infantry just causing havoc. We have Adushka setting on up to hold them back, but because of all the buildings and stuff like that, he can kind of navigate himself and hopefully not get suppressed too much. Mortar carriage coming on in. That's an interesting choice because we know Kim has a Panzer IV, and he's just running through and past the majors. So maybe an additional M1 would be a good idea to counteract that. We have a lot of allied forces coming on in. I'm still going to credit for the Germans because we have Obersoldaten, Volk squads, and the half-track with the Kubel. Kubel is the big defining factor. That's what's going to turn the tide here. If I turn the tide, I need to lock things down. Anyway, Volk squads, Obersoldaten firing from afar. AT gun hits the Panzer IV. AT gun trying to stop him. Panzer IV does not care. As the MG42 Pinto machine gun that's just lighting it up as well. Trying to kill the AT gun. But again, none of the Pathfinders have an AT grenade, so we can just keep driving on through, shooting the AT gun, and being relatively fine. Again, this is the type of play I like to see. A aggressive player, doesn't matter if it's allies or Axis, pushing against the area and just keeping so many resources under their control. Right now, 34 fuel per turn, 57 munitions. Axis looking pretty sweet right now. Panzer IV is in mid. We have the Werfer spam on right. And sure, probably Blue is not doing the most effective job. He's still putting a dent in Danver's overall manpower, even if Danver is slowly upgrading his stuff all the way to a Comet. So Comet's likely to happen, but because of 20 fuel per turn, we're looking at like 7 minutes or 6 minutes probably before we actually see it. So yeah, might be a little bit of time that unfortunately the Allies just don't have. So they're gonna need to do something. MG opening fire on the conscript. Stu coming on in. This is the E version, so it has like a Brumbar-esque fire ability, the assault artillery, which is fine. In this situation, I'm actually not that opposed to it because, again, he is trying to get a nice suite of vehicles, and he already has a Panzer IV to handle medium armor. Assault Grenadiers pushing on in against the conscripts, trying to do some pressure. We do have a push on left again, booby trap territory, so if the Pathfinders move on in, hey, he's looking pretty good. No minesweepers I can see. Obersoldaten pulling on back. Very lucky he didn't get picked. Very lucky indeed. He's trying though, but I don't see anything else that can pick the Obersoldaten squad, so he'll be just fine. Volk squad, maybe not so lucky. He's going to get picked. And that's the unfortunate thing for Kim, is his retreat path is over here rather than, let's say, over here. So if it was there, then they would retreat this way. I do hear a Goliath coming on in, so maybe this little bugger can move on in, grab the territory that is still under Axis control and just lie in wait and then spring into action with a, a good shot. So happy we're seeing some good Goliath plays. AT gun moving on in. Pathfinders on standby as well. Panzer IV, Ostwind, my apologies, moving on in. There is an AT gun still alive. One got knocked out by, I'm assuming, a Werfer. AT guns are on standby, and again, I like this positioning. Good cover that the enemy would likely go to. So we'll see how things go. Panzer IV moving on in. Double AT is going to drive it back immediately. Luckily, one missed or bounced or something like that. Oh, those two didn't miss. And he might be dead. No, he's at range. No extended range. Nope, he didn't do it. Although we do have recon overhead as well as light artillery barrage hitting target. Luckily, it forced the AT guns up into the JLI's range. Half-track, though, could be hit next. And this is a bit of a situation where AT guns are firing. They might be able to pick this Panzer IV if he doesn't get out of there, and he doesn't get out in the nick of time. Goliath, looks like, is moving on in. Oh, my God. The slowest chase. Panzer IV coming on in. Sure, Kim did lose quite a bit of his men, but I could see a nice little retribution hit if this Goliath can get lucky, and I think he will. Oh, he does get one model, but all this armor's coming on in, and Toltenez is about to lose a number of his troops if he is unlucky in this situation. His AT guns are very low. Ostwind's focusing. There goes one. We could see a second one. We could see his entire army wiped here. This could be it. The Americans literally are being chased into their base. Nice shot with the Stug. That's it. No AT. He has no AT left on the field. T-34 coming on in. The Soviets are desperately trying to help their ally. P-47s could also be called on in. They, again, Tolton has lost a large portion of his army. He's down to 4 units. We have artillery coming on in, I think. Yeah, on the AT gun too. So it's a great hit on that. Armor's pulling back. P-47's flying on in, hitting the armor. Oh, great plane crash. Oh my god. The armor is pulling back and still in one piece. Again, that's a... Look, Kim lost quite a bit, but overall, like, I would have to say that Totenez equally lost stuff. I wouldn't say maybe lost more. I mean, like, because he can still pick up the AT guns again. But, like, he did lose some infantry. So, and he definitely lost that half-track earlier, so, yeah. Also, he lost the ambulance. So his Pathfinder's like, can you spare a medic? Right now. And, even though I just said it in a British term, but you get the point. T-34 might be able to pick this Gren squad if they're lucky. I'm not so lucky. Axe is shit-talking, forever karmic rebound. Not entirely wrong. Comeback is always possible. Comeback is always possible. T-34 hits the Assault Grenadiers. We have a Panther diving on in, going for something. But since the AT's killed, however, even with the AT gun killed, mine saves the day. So remember, guys, always place your mines. Panzer Grenadiers coming on in, so if T-34 dives, thinking like, I'm going to kill the Panther, it's literally going to fall into German hands with the double Shrek. Infantry, though, take the shots. The other squad is moving on in for the NG, which is being bundle grenaded. Good bundle gets one kill, but not both. Warfers are on standby. They can fire and do a retribution attack against his territory. If it's the AT guns, that'll be a big loss for King. Conscripts moving in mid. This Kubel is still alive with a Stug healed and ready. Oh, mostly healed and heading mid. Conscripts, though, putting pressure. Kubel very low, but manages to hold the line. Denver has 1k manpower. He does. He's saving up for a Comet. That's why. I know he's saving up for nearly 500 manpower because of the Comet. So I don't know if he's saving up just to heal the remaining stuff or what. But you're right. He could be using it for caches or something along those lines. Though I don't think his flank is that secure, as we just saw with the Axis push. Though another counterattack is occurring. Again, Goliath moving on in. A weird Goliath way, because going down this narrow road in order to circumvent the Allied lines. But it might work. Engineer squad tried to get behind. Light artillery barrage stopping the advance as well. Infantry pulling back. Luckily, he's far enough back so he does go across the road. Bloated Sim City. That is a possibility. Mortar's still coming down that unit. Allied forces coming on in, but they don't notice the threat from behind, which, again, I adore Kim for doing this. Jackson, though, on standby. Looks like he did get one infantry kill. The question is, will the... Yeah, Goliath stay still. Don't move. Don't move. Alright. Stug managed to push back some of the infantry, but T-34 is right there. Another T-34 coming on out. Stug fires an impressive shot, only to literally bounce off the T-34. Luckily, he pushes back the assault gren. Might go for the shot, the killing blow, but Panzer IV is there. Let's see. So far, King. I mean, Soviet industry would be nice to heal a lot of this armor. A lot of the armor is stuck on a mine. We have an AVRE, which is moving on in. This could be a nice big blow. Goliath looks like it did perish, most likely here. Trying to move on in. Preterius Romanius, thank you so much for the sub. Very kind of you. AVRE doesn't get the Panzergrens, but he is still going for the mortar pit. Again, thank you very much for 6 months, man. That's really nice of you. Fires, does get the wipe. Taz is probably very happy with that. Warford completely misses the infantry, though, so the Royal Engineers deciding to walk on in. Panzer IV comes on in, does kill a T-34. Dushka is now trying to light it up, but again, unless it has armor-piercing rounds, it's not going to do all that much. Jackson's still on standby, so at least Totenez is a decent form of mobile AT, besides the stationary AT guns that will have to, you know, place itself. Let's see. Fighting position right over here, so kind of holding the bridge. Alright, so now comes the interesting part. Now comes the interesting part, because right now we're seeing a more aggressive British, right? And mostly we've seen this guy on the defense. He's launched some attacks, but they've not panned out very well. Or let me rephrase this. He's attacked so poorly that I keep considering him going on defense. So will the British go on the offense, and how effective will that be? I actually think the Aphyria might be more effective against this guy who blobs. Or Katusha. Katusha works too. Katusha just fired once? What happened? Alright, he just fired once, I guess? Sure. Mortar carriage on the field. Still putting pressure where he can. No wipes yet, but, you know, good hits against the squads. Again, we do have a position here to stop any Goliath or anything from flanking. T-34 coming on in. Possible fouls, but again, I don't see the point of that. You don't have anything to follow up on it. Taz, I mean, it has a lot of emplacements, but so far they held up pretty well, right? They've gotten like 20 kills in total. Maybe not worth all the manpower, but still they're getting kills. The problem right now is the enemy going with artillery. That direct strike is going to be a big pain. Luckily, Aphyria gets another kill, wipes the German MG-42. This assault officer might be going in for a dive to throw the assault artillery at the LAFH. So that could be it. Come on, baby, throw. Oh, hold on. Piats and a T-gun opening fire on the Panther. We could see a big blow right here. I don't see the artillery coming on in, so I don't think he threw it. But LAFH is very low on health, and Pioneers had to stop making the other one. So it's a small victory. Small victories where you can. Oh my god, hold on. 5 seconds, come on. Aphyria, I believe. I believe. I believe. Come on. Come on, little guy, you can do it. I believe. Oh, that's a teller. Nope. He's still moving. He's still crawling, and actually the Royal Engineers killed the Panther. Fire! There goes the LAFH. No more problem for the mortar pits. Meanwhile, in mid, the Soviets are moving on in. We do have a solid defense, and Kim has gone with the King Tiger, right? So, that is a major piece of armor, but the Soviets do have AT guns lined on up with a T-34, already pushing back the Stu. Hopefully, that is enough. A very just direct strike that doesn't cost munitions. Panzer IV coming down the flank could kill this it's definitely going to kill this T-34. Question is this, but artillery barrage coming on in, forcing AT guns back. And the conscripts. Great shots across the board, forcing the unit back. Small flank coming on in. Aphyria being flanked, though he is about to be able to fire this. So if he just turns, P-47's coming in mid, pushing back the King. Oh, he can't fire his main gun now. No, 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 no. He needs some support. He needs MG coming on in. Aphyria does die. That's a big blow for the Brits. That is a big blow. He will have enough resources shortly to get another one, but again, it's going to need another 3 minutes before he can deploy another Aphyria. Still, at least he knocked out the LAFH. I don't know if that's necessarily worth it. I mean, he did kill the Panther, but, you know, the Aphyria didn't exactly engage the Panther head on, so I don't know. Not great to lose the Aphyria in any capacity. Ziskuns and the mortar carriage fighting artillery in mid. Again, right now the Axis do have a nearly 300-point lead ahead of the Allies. Allies need to do something. Gets good model wipes right there, that's for sure. On the far left, they are taking some territory over here. So the Pathfinders are able to take the fuel. That's double fuel for the Allies. That's definitely beneficial for, let's say, King possibly saving up for a KV-2 or something else. That's why you don't fix in the front lines. I think I was trying to fix, but unfortunately the Shrek teams were already there, if we saw. Pioneers trying to get that infantry section down, and he might be able to, although with the Vickers firing, they can't concentrate. Although they were pretty close. Even with Minesweepers, they were pretty close. German forces taking control of that area. Panzer IV on standby with the King. Kubel's still alive as well. So got to give it up to the Kubel for being alive all this time. So, got to get, you know, just point that out there. Alright. So, armor's firing in mid. A bit of a battle between both of them. Again, right now we have Katusha coming on in. None of the shots are connecting. Lots of artillery, though, coming on in. More hits, but not necessarily a lot of wipes. A lot of allied forces coming on in. Pathfinders moving in. A lot of artillery barrage as well. There's a lot of units right here all grouped up. Could be very bad if he had something of a higher caliber to hit all this. Artillery. Oh, there we go. There's the Werfer. A little more damage. Needs a good Werfer strike right in mid. I'll say that. Does he have another one? Oh, no. Was that a Werfer? Oh, it was. Okay, it was Three Eyes' Werfer. Okay. If these two were the fire, which they are. Oh, no. Well, sing a sad song for those Pathfinders. They got absolutely annihilated. Jackson, though, manages to hold back the King. Paratroopers are by 2 layers of cars so they can, or trucks so they can hold. Again, attempts at holding. Neither side in a good state to cap mid, but luckily the Allies already have it under their control. Although small push on right is leading to some German results. We have a bunker going down. Yeah, blue has gone totally defensive. I'd actually be surprised if he doesn't get a Panther just to hold this territory. But again, Danver doesn't exactly have a huge frontline force to just push on in very easily. Or at least that's active. Most of it's either healing or, at least I saw trying to go left. So he might be trying to fight mid. Which again, if this guy can lay down some traps and other stuff in the meantime, maybe that could work. He doesn't have Minesweepers, so a Teller could be as effective as we saw it over here. It looks like he's laying down a bunch of bunkers as like a last-ditch defensive line. So we'll see how that goes. LEFH going down. I don't like that positioning. We just saw it get blown up by the AVRE. So, yeah, probably not the best idea. Smoke going down, Pioneer Squad trying to cap it, but Conscript Squad just chilling in the smoke. Just relaxing like, oh, yes, try to take the territory, I dare you. We do have a small push on left. Kubel managing to somehow get around and help kill the position, though Jacksons are going to put the end of its misery. They did take the territory, though, so at least he did something before he died. A terrible, terrible, horrible death. Shrek team's moving on in. AVRE gets a blow that'll make Taz very happy. Though, again, S-25 already injured. Decrewed by the pack gun. Great shot there. Can he kill it, though? Great shot. Artillery as well coming on in. This gun will manage to get out of there. Mortar carrier just quickly moving over to assist against the infantry. Again, a little bit grouped up. Get some great shots. Shame they didn't die. Almost on Volk Squad pushing back the remaining Pathfinder unit. Did he get more? He did not get more. He got more paratroopers. Mortar carrier just watch out. Werfer comes on in, does quite a bit of damage. Oh my god. And we have a strike coming in here. It's actually air support that's coming on in on the Jacksons. They're going to start targeting those tank destroyers. There they go. Still get a good shot on the Panzer. Planes will make sure the armor's out of the area. Panzer IV will kill that positioning. There is repair stations, but I feel like we need more in the rear. Okay, like I would say here or over there, something like that. So he needs something, right? He needs something. So right now, Grenadiers trying to open fire on the MG. Hold on, Churchill moving on in. Can we get a wipe? It's why you don't stick your Grenadiers on the front if you can't see where that AVRE is. Oh man, good shot though. Hopefully you stay alive this time. But on the far right, we do have a lot of defenses enabled and locked down. So at least he's trying to have something to hold back the Allied pushes. Which seem like it might be occurring soon. AVRE focusing its attention against the Panzer Grenadiers. I love the trenches going down to make sure AT guns have a harder time hitting it. That's great. Oh, King is in mid. Jackson's opening fire with the Zist guns, managing to effectively hold it back. Jackson pushing on in with the AT guns hitting the side flank. Hold on. We could see a dive right now. King Tiger taking a number of hits. Still on the front. I have no idea why. It should immediately pull back. Jackson's also not committing, which is weird. Come on, take the shot. Bouncing. No Avyre once again. Getting a double kill against the pack and the Sturm. Wonderful shot. I have no idea how this King lived. But yeah, it does hurt. Does very hurt to see a King so blatantly tempting fate and just managing to get out of there. Again, right now, Allies down nearly 300 points. They absolutely need mid. Right now, it's not looking good. Avyre still advancing. God damn. Now this is AT, though. He has no major AT guns or anything like that, so they're just moving on up. S2D5 diving on in against King Tiger, but the Panzer IV is right there. Oh my god, this S2D5 might kill itself. I mean, luckily the Jackson's here. A lot of allied forces in mid. Oh, the Shrek team! Wait, Avyre. Oh my, please, 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 please. One wipe, another wipe. I'll give it up for the Avyre. 22 kills. Shrek team pushed back. Yeah, going after the Warfers might be a good idea, chat. I agree. Warfers kind of at mid, not really hitting any major targets. It's like, what are you aiming at? Like, seriously, what are you aiming at? I'm honestly asking you, what are you aiming at? I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, just adjusting my mic a little bit. Alright. Still laughing, says King. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Kim's like, what are you talking about, guys? I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. King is almost healed up. Panzer IV is still a little injured. Infantry blob pushing the left, L back the conscript from the fuel. We do have a dive on the right. Again, these guys just made a circumvent. We have artillery coming. Oh, flame barrage coming on in. Warfare, though, about to kill these units, I think. No, they dodge? Nope, 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 nope. They got hit. They absolutely got hit. MG might kill it. And it does. That's 2 Royal Engineer squads down that are fully upgraded as well. That's a big blow. That's a big blow. Oh, but Denver still has plenty of manpower. Allies hovering, I would say, around the mid-70s. Axis a little lower, I think. No, they're still in the mid-70s, so they're both right there. But I think Allies have a bit more reserves. And mid. Mid is right now not looking great. Are they trying to blow the bridge? I think they tried to blow the bridge. Does Denver even care that the man has 18k manpower? I mean, he is 1800 manpower, but yeah, I mean, I feel like he's just someone who doesn't deploy. And right now he's getting a comet. So what? A comet's what? 18 pop? Yeah, 18 pop. So he's going to be near pop cap with that MG. He'll be at pop cap. He might actually be over pop cap with the MG. Hold on. MG is worth 7. So he's going to be at 28. He's actually, yeah, if he heals all of his men, he'll be, I don't think he'll be able to deploy some of his men, honestly, because he's just deployed 2 squads of Royal Engineer recovery units. MG's deployed. Comet won't be able to come out. Comet, he could delete the mortar pits, absolutely. Chat, I'm not denying you. But they're doing a pretty good job. Panzer Grenadiers can't get close without being annihilated by the mortar pits. So I don't know. Left-hand side, Kim is trying to go back to and have some nostalgia and push left. The Americans, though, have plenty of mobile ATs. So again, we'll see how effective that is. And the paratroopers are no laughing matter. King Tiger's still in mid, though. What is the word for hitting? Like, do a recon. Like, Kim could have a half-track. Let's see. Or spotting scope? Like, oh my god. 1, 2, 3 LEFHs, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Hopefully you guys liked artillery spam, because we have 4 Werfers and 3 LEFHs. So Jackson's prepping for a push here, but the armor is actually over here, and he's coming along the side. I don't see any mines here, so this could be actually very bad, especially, well, there's one thing. He doesn't have light artillery barrage, right? And he is still a little off from getting a sector assault, so he can't call on the armor just yet. King is still kind of in mid. We have a Tiger now, so that's interesting. No escape for the German armor. We'll see. Good job on the Warfare. Got a good wipe right there. Armor quickly moving on in. Panther trying to deal with random units retreating rather than all this. Although air support about to call in. But again, a little bit off. I feel like the armor could have literally come on in on the allies right there. Panther gets a good shot on the Jackson. Jackson unable to return fire. I have no idea why this Shrek team is Bazooka team is firing on the Jackson, but okay. Units retreating, having a real bad day. Real bad day. Get a wipe. That's a good wipe right there. Again, Kim losing a lot of units. Air support, though, coming on in. Here comes the armor. Panther falling a little behind. Mortar carriage taking a number of hits. King gets hit by the AVRE. A KV-2 is now on the field. Tigers need to need to commit. All right, Panzer IV and Volk squads and duking it out. Panther, move on in. Like, he should have committed the Panther and Panzer IV to double team that Jackson if he wasn't dead. Because if it would have hit, it could have killed it. But whatever. He might have been busy with the King Tiger just limping its way back because of the KV-2. Tiger Tank having a real rough time. S-285 keeping it back. AT gun as well. Tiger does get one good shot on target. Armor push again. I don't understand what's his push about. Oh, he's trying to kill the AT guns, maybe? Maybe? Jackson's opening fire on the Panther. Kim losing so much infantry. This is not worth it. You got a fight position. Great. So the Kim just lost his entire army, except for the King Tiger. This gun got knocked out, but you know, King is still doing relatively fine. I do not understand. The Jackson just pulled back and just literally sniped them from afar. AVRE on standby. Again, German pushes on this side have been pretty much not going well. Again, there is nothing wait, hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, there's nothing stopping this AVRE from advancing. I don't see any tellers at all. Comet as well moving on in. So the infantry he lost are coming back up. He's rebuilding he's building a 17 pounder. He actually got rid of or the LFH has destroyed the mortar pit. Oh, there's a teller. I'm sorry, I missed it. Maybe it was like over the debris and I missed it. But yeah, AVRE though is still gonna hit it. Or not. Did not fire. Funny enough, Blue, I don't think they realize how much Blue lost, because he is very carefully pushing in rather than like as a counterattack. Perez Grenadiers unfortunately weren't hit. Churchill about to be killed unless something can be done. Come on, Comet, you can move in there. You have to save him. You have to save it. Couple more hits. Grenade gets 2 models. And there we go. AVRE has been saved. British forces being pressing in. Units on the left. S-285 being hit by the pack. Stuke and Tiger hitting the units. 17 pounder looking the wrong way. Here's the thing I'll say about the Soviets. Where are your repair stations? You have 1. I think a few more spread out could be absolutely nice. LFH just smashing that whole area. But luckily the Brits are decrewing and knocking out all the LFHs, so that's good. Again, using whatever means they have, whether the artillery or just sheer infantry firepower to just clear everything. Good bundle grenade. British artillery coming on in. Mortar carriages might be a little overextended, but Jackson's still right there, sniping very effectively. Stuka kills it, actually. That's cool. Alright. That's good wipe. Now 3 more to go, and maybe Kim is able to counter. Shrek team's trying, but you need a Panther. My God, it's 3 LFHs. How about you got himself a Panther to hold that stuff back? I'm just saying. Anyway, they get pushed back, and now the Comet can quickly kill the remaining LFH. There's still 1 more that you can go for. But it's just one of those things that it's just like, okay. Oh, it's definitely dead, buddy. It's definitely dead. Trust me. I mean, the Warfers are still hitting mid. Like, the Soviets and Brit forces there are still under fire. Light blue is no anti-infantry. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, he has the Warfers. That's the most he's going to get. Jackson hitting the King once again. King, not much else shooting except for the Jacksons. They are penning it pretty well. That's without the special armor-piercing rounds. Pack gun lining on up to counter. Not able to hit the target. Axis do take mid. VP-wise, this could be an issue, right? VP-wise, this could be an issue. British unable to do a base inspection. But again, they were able to knock out 2 LFHs and knock out a number of units. 3i still has a decent army, though. Tiger moving on in. Hits the KV-2. Again, Tiger very low. Pack gun hits the Jackson. Jackson's, again, could be a bit of harm's way from that pack gun. Shrek team's moving into mid. A KV-2 is going to make quick work of that if it gets a good shot. Again, half health gone. KV-2 brushing off the shots like, come on, let's do this. You're walking back. That's not fast enough. KV-2 wipes it. Again, KV-2 is awesome in that way. 1 Warfer was neutralized as well. Pathfinder was giving sight. Very lucky it didn't get revealed, and Noble Sadan fought it. Again, 17-pounder was killed in mid. We have actually a Jagdpanzer being made, so possibly a big counter armor push by Kim in the cards. Getting a sector assault, so again, hopefully that's becomes an option. Again, even though allies are winning a lot of the key battles, Axis still have a good sized army, and B, they still have the VP lead. They still have the VP lead by literally almost 6 times. So again, it's one of those situations where the allies need to keep playing smart. They can't do dumb stuff like this. Like, I don't know why this T-34 is going in here, except for killing the Warfers, right? Oh my God, is he? No. And again, you're like, Greyshot, what do you mean that's dumb? The smarter play would have been going this way and going around without being detected, right? That would have been the smarter play. To go around the back and then hitting them without fighting at all. Alright. Aviary pushing on in. Hitting what? Alright, that's gone. Jackson's push on in. A lot of armors caught out of position. P-47's called on in. Panthers being hit and focused. Again, the Stukas aren't arriving. Great shot on the KV-2. P-47s come on in, drive the armor away. Plane does crash overhead. Warfer hits most of the railing, which is quite hilarious. Jackson's still hitting from afar. Jagdpanzer are about to die. Most of Kim's army has died in terms of the infantry. That stuff on standby. Warfer's a bit too close to the front, in my opinion. A bit too close. Yeah, allies are having a rough time with the artillery. Soviets have lost so many men. But the Brits are ready to go, and they're trying to hold it with everything they have. And the Aviary is actually a fantastic unit to have to counteract a lot of the Allied pushes. So again, sorry, Axis pushes. So again, I'll give credit where credit's due in that way. Get KV-2 and Aviary, like, I'm sorry, buddy. Go away. Shoot. Again, a lot of stuff coming on in on the Allies, but still, they're holding pretty well. Air support coming on in. Focusing on the Aviary, it's going to get low. I don't know if it'll... Oh, KV-2 being hit too. Never mind. Take some of the pressure. Orange is a wide flank. I would say the teller mines here he keeps placing might be an issue. But yeah, you're right. If he could get the sweepers. There. See, guys. Sneaky. So sneaky. Alright, listen. Look at this. So sneaky. S-55 pushed back. Luckily, more repair stations. That's good. British are in mid to hold their lines. Don't reveal the Panther. Oh my god, so close. We have 1, 2, 3. How many from yellow? 4, 5. They're all right here. He could. There he goes. Come on, Sherman. Come on, Sherman, go. Go, Sherman, go. Go, Sherman, go. You missed. Oh, no. Wait, definitely got the Stuka. At 100%. Panther just missed. Werfers are now in harm's way. Another one bites dust. Another one bites dust. And another one goes, and another one goes, and another one bites dust. Come on, Sherman, you can do it. I believe. Get him. Get him. Yes! Third one, ladies and gentlemen. Third one of the day. He's going to take it right. Panther's going to chase it and kill it. But still, that's 3 pieces of rocket artillery dead.
Just lost a medium tank.
I agree Red could cap a lot more on the left, but he is pushing. Okay. His infantry's back at base healing, but he could push. Tiger flanking the AVRE of all things. Luckily, Pioneer Squad doesn't get the cap.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Is that an LEFH? Did he build more? No. Oh, yeah, he built more. He built another one. Coming on in. Infantry just dying all over the place. KV-2 trying to keep it the axis back. Actually, allies are pushing left. Oh, that's why. The Panzer headquarters. That's what they're... R2 Twitch, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very kindly, good sir. Air support comes on in, hits the Tiger tank. Oh, Panther goes down. The rear echelons with the bazookas are coming on in clutch, hitting a lot of the armor from its side and rear, getting the rear armor hit that is absolutely needed to take down the armor very quickly. We're down to 1 King, 1 Jagdpanzer for Kim. That being said, we still have 1 Panther, and luckily 3i still has a decent chunk of his army, but oh, that deep flank, that base, close to base inspection is happening, and yeah, now the Werfers are in harm's way once again. Come on, can we kill some very important stuff? I get it, you're killing the Ostwind for the P-47s to come on in. Nice shot. So many kills, so many good kills. Comet backing on up. Allied forces hang the King, which is the last big threat, I think, right now active on the field right now. Jackson getting a number of good shots. Middle is completely removed. However, again, we have 1 VP against... we just 1 right now against the Axis, but still, Axis still losing VPs. Allies still relatively good. And the Panzer headquarters, which is probably the main reason why I didn't push over there, is about to die. Hold on. Not sure why it paused right there. Sorry about that. Might have been a glitch in the file. Infantry coming on in. S-285 on standby. Same thing with the AVRE, just healing on up. Jagdpanzer and King trying to have retribution. Like, alright, I can't build armor, so I'm going to kill you. But again, Jackson's about to be fully healed, and they'll walk right into a trap if they keep advancing. It's like, yes, come this way. Come right toward my Jacksons. Brumbar hitting mid. Stug trying its best. This Stug, I've not really talked about it, it's 37 kills. God damn, it's done so well this game. Fires gets a great shot on all the armor. Good shot on the King. King very low, vet 3 though. Jackson's might try to finish it off. Come on. Double armor piercing rounds knock out the King Tiger. Finally. Remaining armor in mid. Not in a great position. Jackson's continue. These have not died, by the way. I don't believe. Oh, another one bites dust. Another one bites dust. Another one goes, another one goes, another one bites dust. So much armor dying right there. So much of it. Great hits. Air support from the Germans coming on in, but it's too little too late. Like, what are they going to hit? This Jackson that's already outside the field of area?
Reconnaissance vehicle ready.
Kim. Kim, I don't think this is going to work, but I give credit if your idea is Puma strat. There goes the Stug. The last Stug. Comet still charging in. Tiger is well died. Again, has not been able to brought back. Werfer's now dead. Oh my god. The Puma. The Puma goes after. Dude, you're going to need a bit more. The 55-minute Puma. The ultimate strat. Yeah, Axis have, I think, lost this game. I don't think Axis are going to come back in a meaningful way. Panzer Grenadier. Oh, no, the last one. Please. Oh, so close to being wiped. That would have been perfect. Really? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Really?
The enemy have destroyed a forward emplacement.
Spam. What spam? What spam did the Allies do? I'm honestly curious. There's not more than 2 units over here, right? The Soviets don't have more than 2 units. Like, the only spam I saw this game was the Panzerwerfer and the LEFH. Kim left. Oh, speaking of which, Panther died behind the lines. 3 eyes trying to take out the stuff in the rear. I don't know if it was successful, but he's diving. But I'm actually kind of curious. Chat, did the Allies spam anything to you? Like, I'm trying to see if there's any unit more than 2, right? I consider a spam 3 or more units. So, like, the LEFHs, yeah, that would be considered a spam because they had so many. The rocket artillery, in general, if we combined it, yes. Even, because, again, there were so many. The Allies themselves didn't really have that. A wee bit of emplacements, I would say that, but I would also say that those emplacements were not the thing Kim was fighting. And also, the Germans were doing pretty well avoiding them and focusing elsewhere. Right? Pathfinder spam. We'll check. I don't, like, he did have 3 Pathfinders. Okay, okay, chat, I will agree. He did have Pathfinders. But I don't think he was crying when he was beating those Pathfinders earlier. Right? I don't think he was crying about it. Because he was pretty effectively holding them back. So, and I don't think Pathfinder spam, like, now. I mean, at one point in CoH2's history, yes, that was a problem. But not now. So, if Pathfinder spam is, like, the best, that would be like someone complaining over getting, like, triple 3s or something like that in a card game. Like, oh my god, that is so dumb that you won with that. And I'm like, yeah, it's dumb. Like, it's not dumb, but it's not so, like, one-sided.
The enemy are attacking an emplacement.
Tiger pushing on the KV-2. Can they kill the KV-2? And one last act, one grasp at a win. Air support coming on in, I think. No. Oh, Tiger does die, but so too does the KV-2. Jagdpanzer as well goes down. Axis just being shut out at this point. I feel bad. I feel so bad for 3 eyes. Because 3 eyes was doing pretty well, I thought, in mid. But, like, yeah. Yeah, I don't see, like, again, I don't see any spam. I'm going to say that, Kim, you just, and I'm going to be honest here, you did not think about where your retreat path. You didn't think about the retreat path here. You dove in armor just haphazardly. And, yeah, very smart for Totenez just to pull his armor back. Like, these Jacksons have been so good. They've gotten what? They've killed 12 vehicles. So they've done an awesome job. 3 eyes left. Chat, this will be the only replay because I do have other things I need to do today. Though I will maybe try to cast some more games on Wednesday. So I also got some 4K replays I need to redo because I did them and I was like, yes, I cast a 4K replay and the audio got fucked up and I can't fix it. So I need to redo it. So that's why there wasn't a 4K replay yesterday. So I'll try to do that later tonight if I can. As well as finish the CoH2 video I've been trying to work on. Panther hitting the AVRE. Again, last effort, but just not going to do it. I'll give credit for this guy not quitting. 3 eyes back on the axis has left. Oh, no. I think that's going to be it. This AVRE's been, like, just, like, twirling his mustache the entire, like, except for when he lost it earlier. This one's been so good. There goes the Panther. Pop a grenade. Oh, it's just being picked off by the infantry section in the back. He's gonna lose it. Bundle grenade is thrown. If these guys throw a bundle grenade, it's retribution. Come on, throw a bundle. Throw a bundle. Throw a bundle. Please. Oh, I really thought bundle grenade was likely. Oh, okay. Let the unit retreat. Interesting. But, yeah. Oh, that Puma's still there. Oh, never mind. Puma gonna die. AI just grabbing all the territory he can. He surrenders. Oh, almost 117. That would have been perfect. But, no, that's game. That is game. And what do I think about this game? First off, I don't think the Allies were spamming in any, like, way that was one-sided. The Axis were winning VP-wise, even with the emplacements. So, that was the only thing I could say, chat. But, again, even then, I'm like, it's not that, like, endgame. The constant Werfer spam in mid, and Stukas, that was the big issue. We can see here, like, again, the Axis, in general, got higher kills. Though, Danver got pretty good on the kill count, I will say. It was a lot of death from King in mid, but he took the brunt of the action, and he took it well. Almost 100k damage for Totenez. By the way, who submitted this replay, so thank you, man. But yeah, no, seriously, great job with the Jacksons. We're going to double-check damage. Panzer Grenadiers were okay. Again, they got decent truck damage. Tiger did pretty well, trying to hold mid. Let's see, Kim, his Jagdpanzers got most, which is quite funny because the King was there longer. Let's see, Danver. Comets did pretty well. They had some good dives against the armor. King, his Su-85 trying to hold the line, killed 3 vehicles. And Totenez, nearly 53,000 damage for the Jacksons and got 12 armor kills. They were the backbone. They helped hold the line. And again, very good job with using them and keeping the enemy back. So, excellent work, excellent job. And yeah, I feel like it's just more of the, that was a game where the Axis kind of threw a little bit more than the Allies won it, but still, the Allies did some solid jobs, so I can't entirely say it. Like, you can give a good argument for either, but I still think the Allies did a solid job at keeping things together. Team killing ambulance, wait, what? I think, no, the ambulance died. Friendly fire damage 3. That's a glitch, chat. That's a bug. But anyway, that's going to be it. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been greyshot17. I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, before you go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Folkvard, Aphyria, Joey G240, Ace, ShinobiWarrior, Pyroshark, Little Koosh, and Seth Kuipers. Thank you all for your incredible support. You guys rock. This has been greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see all of you next time.